You don't gotta go home, but you can't stay here. And no, I don't want.
This is CryptoTube. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're looking at some of the recent updates from Crypto.com, including a very insightful AMA that their CEO, Kris Marszalek, did last Friday. We're going to go through some of those questions today, and I've got some notes on that. So just to save you some time, maybe watching it yourself, I'll go through all those fine details today. Now, first and foremost, make sure you sign yourselves up to a Crypto.com account. You can do this via the app. There will be a link down below. And if you actually deposit 50 MCO coins, which is one of their 2 coins, you actually get a $50 bonus on top if you do that by using the link down below. Now, Crypto.com is one that you're going to see being pushed quite heavily over the coming probably 6 months to the next year or so and beyond. Really, they've doubled their size, so from 1 million users to 2 million users in this year thus far, so in around 5 to 6 months only. It's really going places. They bought the #1 domain. I don't want to go on harp on too much about how good it can be, but I do think that this is the early stages of a behemoth being born. So you want to get involved with companies that are going to be going in the right direction over the next cycle, and this one could be massive. So just stay tuned for all updates. Subscribe to the channel, as I will continually update you with Crypto.com news. So the first piece of information, they landed a $360 million insurance coverage. Just some more finer details on that. So the finance platform accessed the cover through institutional custody provider Ledger Vault, which offers $150 million of pooled insurance to clients via insurance broker Marsh and Lloyd's of London, underwritten by Arch Insurance. And Cryptocom, which has 2 million users on its platform, topped this up with a Ledger Vault cover of $100 million direct policy and availed a $110 million worth of digital asset custody insurance from BitGo under a pool and direct policy. So in total, that is $360 million of insured crypto that they've got there. So that is a pretty phenomenal step. You don't see many of these big announcements in the crypto space, and they're doing things in the right fashion. Insurance, obviously, of these crypto assets is going to be something they're going to need, because there will be a lot of individuals out there looking to hack crypto exchanges and ecosystems like theirs, and digital security and cybersecurity is something they need to be on top of. So of course they wouldn't get this kind of coverage unless they had some real good clout behind them and some top cybersecurity as well. The next announcement as well, so this month we had the Cryptocom Wallet. So this is the non-custodial wallet that was on the roadmap. This is now released and ready to go, so you can download that. Be aware, this is the MVP release, the minimum viable product. So therefore it will adapt and get better over time. But for now, if you're a bit, you don't want to be storing your crypto on a third party kind of thing, you can use this for now. Obviously, the best way would probably be to have a ledger at this point. If you've not got yourself a ledger, I would highly recommend getting yourself one of those. So now onto the AMA. So this is on Chris's Twitter account. Just follow him at Chris_HK. So last Friday, the full AMA is posted. It's 49 minutes in total, so hopefully I can save you a bit of time by just going through some of the key highlights today, and I've got some notes to bring on board as well, which I'll show on the screen now. So here we are, we're good to go with the AMA questions and information. So the kind of first thing that was posed was what's next for Crypto.com, and Kris goes along the lines of saying that over the next 6 months their focus is on completing the ecosystem rollout. They announced a roadmap, I think it was November last year, and they want to get that kind of initial roadmap all complete by the end of this year. And the idea is to have that complete, so that is payments, trading and finance use cases ready for, as he says, an all-time high in 2021. So he's expecting the all-time high for Bitcoin for this next cycle to come within the year of 2021. So all the preparation is going in towards making sure they are up to scratch and ready for this big cycle. Then the longer term prospect is to go from 2 million users, which is their current user base, up to 100 million users over a 5-year timeline. So this goal affects their product roadmap, how they go about building community, and the talent that they bring on board. So this is at the forefront of all their thinking. So they want to be positioned as the #1 crypto ecosystem, as there is an opportunity to have a real impact in the wider crypto space from having a good ecosystem like this. And that's the kind of ambition that they share right now. We got some subheadings then. So first up is the MCO Visa card information, which they say they finally shipped to the EU and the UK has come recently. This was a major milestone, especially considering supply chain issues due to the COVID virus. So that obviously slows down the movement of anything. So I think even if you ordered your parcels from an online company, they've taken a lot longer due to this. So this is a known global issue, and that has impacted on things. If you go into Discord chat, for example, on Crypto.com, you'll see a lot of people quite annoyed that it's taken so long, but they are getting there now. In terms of Canada, when will they go live with their cards? And he says this year. And then for Latin America, they have 2021 signposted. Beyond that, they've also got the Middle East for sometime later than that. They couldn't put a deadline on it right now. Will you lower the staking requirements for MCO when the prices go up? So for the MCO cards, the tiers are starting from 50 MCO staked, 500 MCO, goes up to 5,000 and even 50,000. And they say that they will consider moving this over to a fixed USD price instead. So for example, saying rather than 500 MCO, because if MCO goes up to 20, 30 bucks per coin, it's an incredible amount of money, but having it as a fixed USD price, so maybe $2,000 locked in MCO, for example. Syndicate wise, will there be additional access for higher tier MCO cardholders? So there's no plan for this right now. He took the line of, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. The numbers have been going up on syndicate usage overall, so they're happy with where that stands right now. But of course, that may be something they implement in the future to promote further MCO holding. Remember though, MCO is limited in supply, about 31 million coins only. So this is why I'm super bullish on MCO. With a limited supply, scarcity, and the fact they're onboarding from 1 to 2 million users already, and beyond they're looking for 100 million users. If people want to lock up large amounts of MCO, supply versus demand, the price is going to go sky high. Are there plans for more benefits for holding larger amounts of MCO? So they have a 5,000 tier, 5,000 MCO tier called Crypto.com Private, but this was only launched in February and March time, so they're still collecting data on this. So if changes will be made to this bigger tier 5,000 plus numbers, they'll review that come the end of the year once they've got all the stats and data at hand. Are you looking at adding insurance policies to the platform? For example, like you would have travel insurance when booking a holiday. But he says no, generally insurers are in the business of not paying out. So even though Crypto.com has had offers in this sector, this is not a service that they actually want to associate themselves with. So that was quite interesting. Will the card white label solution have a positive influence on MCO adoption? So if you didn't hear, the MCO Visa cards will be offered as a white label solution to other companies, which is huge because you could potentially open this MCO Visa card up to a huge audience. He just says this will have a very positive impact on token economics. No more detail on that right now, but this is a big move, the white label solutions. Like, check that out if you don't understand what a white label solution is. So they've got their own Visa integration cards. This would be the ability to, for example, if I had a company, CryptoTube Investments, I could put my own branding on top of that card and offer that card and all its services to my customers. So that skips out all the legwork that they've put in, which is like 4 years of hard graft, getting the Visa partnership up and running. This would save months and months or potentially years off of the roadmap of companies looking to add these Visa cards. And I think a lot of people will be interested. A lot of companies will be interested in that because you're going to have the card integration to stay competitive with other businesses right now. You can see what's happening in the crypto landscape. Crypto.com, whatever they're adding, you're going to see likewise Binance are adding, KuCoin are adding, all those big exchanges and ecosystems. They're all vying to have the same product levels. So smaller businesses that want to stay in line with that are going to have to commit to these kinds of upgrades. Next up, I've got 3 questions on the Crypto.com app, the application itself. Will there be a localized experience in app? Will there be a localized experience in app? Okay, so this is all about, for example, if you are in a Spanish-speaking community, will you have the same level of user experience as the native English-speaking countries? So the project is in function right now. More languages are being added, and all major languages, he says, will be ready by the end of this year. I don't know what you would define as major language, mind. I'm guessing Spanish, I'm guessing, Mandarin, I'm guessing those kind of languages that have got huge hundreds of billions of speakers around the globe. Next up, minimum earn deposits. Will they be lowered or even removed? So if you go to Crypto.com's earn program, you'll see, I think, for example, if I wanted to stake my Chainlink and earn on that, I had to deposit 100 Chainlink. So that's what, $350, $400, something around that, which is quite a lot to individuals who have smaller budgets. And of course, if you want to onboard the masses, you've got to understand that there are people with a lot smaller budgets than others. So he says recently they made reductions on this due to the fact asset prices have gone up quite significantly with the BTC price recently over the last few months, but to remove is not something they're looking at this stage. So for example, you wouldn't be able to deposit just one Chainlink token and get a crypto earn account for that. So at the moment, the prices have meant that the total minimum earn deposits have gone down. If you go and check those out on the website, they are all there, or in the app. Download the app, go into the app, go into the earn program, and you can see a list of the minimum deposit features. So will you remove withdrawal fees from the wallet to promote greater adoption? So within that app, you've got your wallet. You can withdraw, for example, Bitcoin. I think the fee was 30,000 Satoshis to move your BTC. But he's gone on to say that the Bitcoin fee was actually increased recently due to the halving. So because of the halving, transaction fees have now gone up. And they want to provide an efficient service for users, but fees are necessary. They're not a revenue stream for Crypto.com. They are just covering their costs. So that was quite interesting. I often wonder why the fees are high across the board, across every business in the crypto space. Sometimes you'll see 50, sometimes you'll see 100,000 Satoshi fee I've seen is the highest, which is crazy. But obviously they do need to cover the cost of moving crypto about. But of course you could try and find another cryptocurrency, small denomination, to transfer your BTC into and then move that off and incur less fees. That's what a lot of people can do. Next up on the exchange. When will the exchange be integrated into the app? So it's not simple to deploy this and keep the user experience. So what he suggested was building a standalone exchange app initially. So you'll have the Crypto.com app, and then you'll have a Crypto.com exchange app. So if you want to do exchanging on your mobile, you will be able to. And then over the time, once they've fully developed it, everything's stable on both apps, they will look to merge them back into that one Crypto.com app that we see today with all functionality. What is the buying power feature being added to the exchange? So this was an item on the roadmap. And he just said that this was an evolving product, but will allow you to buy crypto with leverage. So next up, some general questions. So merchandise for tier 4 and 5 MCO cards. What is the status on this? And if you missed that, on those higher tier MCO card stakes, they will be shipping out free merch, some goodies. And he said that these welcome packs have been delayed due to COVID and supply-based issues. He did actually show off his Crypto.com hoodie on the AMA, and they look pretty good. But these are they're coming soon. Obviously, the supply issues, pandemic-wise, are known, and that's the reason for the delay with them. So if you've got, I think that is for 5,000 MCO staked plus, you will get your kind of merchandise welcome pack soon. Is the company already in profit? So the strategy is to be profitable this year, says Kris. However, there is great potential to invest right now. So not looking past the fact that obviously things are down right now. We're in a global downturn. The recession that's going to ensue is going to be big. So he sees that there are other companies that are struggling right now. Crypto.com is seeing double-digit growth on a monthly basis across numerous metrics. So they're in a very strong position right now. So they will aggressively invest when the impact is going to be most beneficial, or if he sees big opportunities, they will invest funds. So profit line right now may not be the number one goal, because there is potential to make greater profits investing in the right things. But he says they are in control of their profitability, and they see themselves in a great position considering the global environment. Crypto is one of the few industries in the world that's actually thriving at this point. So to be in a growing company within crypto is obviously a nice position to be in right now. Next up, customer support. And I know this is a gripe of many people. It's taken too long. How are you going to address this? So he said that the target user experience is to have a customer support get back to you in live chat within 2 minutes. So a 2-minute response time. The issues right now are kind of teething problems with the rapid growth rate that they've seen. So going from 1 million users to 2 million users, that's going to be a lot of questions you're getting on support. He did mention that this is a bad thing for their brand though. So you don't want to be annoying people in the early stages of using your products and services. So they're committed to increasing their customer service team as much as is required to hit their 2-minute response time target. They've got 350 employees right now, and I think he said that the customer service team has doubled over the last few months. So they will scale that up as necessary to hit their targets, and I think that is a very wise thing and a very important move to make, because customer service is what's going to see you get that repeat business and get people to refer others on and say, oh, come and join this. It's a very good system. What is the MCO Moon Stopover? So this was quite funny because he was like, did you miss this? The white label MCO Visa card program is the Moon Stopover. So they've had expression of interest from companies with a combined user base of 20 million people. So that is 10 times bigger than Crypto.com's current customer base of 2 million. So once these brands are actually announced, we will see inevitably movements in price. And this is a very bullish thing for MCO price. Crypto.com is the only company with crypto debit cards globally, and in time they will deliver on all their promises. He made that clear. So just be patient. We're going to see some big announcements coming. We don't know when that's going to be, because there's a lot of legal requirements and things that have to be signed on dotted lines before anything is actually published publicly. But just stay tuned for updates. And I would say that if you look at the MCO price right now, it is not in a bad place at all. And it's in a position where a lot of us are looking to add to our portfolios in MCO. Next up, when will the MCO card TV advertisements come? So they're working on this currently. Right now, they have been shipping all the MCO Visa cards. So they're kind of in the right timing now for the TV ads to come. And I think this is going to be great. And this is going to really bring that global appeal. If you can see MCO Visa cards shown on TV, we're going to be shouting at our friends and family saying, did you see that? You know, get yourselves involved kind of thing. And I think that's going to be a real watershed moment for Crypto.com. Does the MCO Visa have fraud protection? So he said yes, just like a normal Visa card, you could file a chargeback and their team will deal with it. And within the app, you can actually freeze and unfreeze your card, for example, if it was stolen. Then some questions on MCO and CRO, which are their two coins. So will CRO, MCO migrate to the Crypto.com chain? Their mainnet is due later this year. And he says a more detailed plan of how this will be rolled out will be given to the community in Q4. The world's best firms are auditing their work right now. So this is coming. The thinking will be, of course, CRO and MCO will move over to the Crypto.com chain, but only once things are right and ready for that. So you're promoting CRO heavily. Will you bring more utility to MCO? That's someone's question, who's obviously thinking, I want to see more MCO promotion. And he says he thinks they're doing a good job of promoting both CRO and MCO. Maybe the fact we just had the BTC Syndicate halving event and there was a big push on CRO for that, which is inevitable. People may be thinking, oh, MCO has been put on the back burner. CRO has a 100 billion total supply. MCO has a 31 million total supply. So if you actually looked at the utility of both, I do think that in the long run, MCO has the potential to do a greater X from here. I think it could do, for example, at least a 20X from where it is right now. But he said if you've got ideas of additional ways to boost utility for coins, post these on Telegram or on Reddit. He does personally read through things on Telegram and Reddit, and one of the team will obviously pick those things up and then send them to him. So you can have your ideas considered if you think you've got a smart plan for boosting the utility of MCO or CRO coins. So what is next on the roadmap for CRO and MCO? So next up, they've got margin trading and lending, plus derivatives are also being added later this year. So this will open up the kind of exchange to a wider audience again. They've been busy building their own matching engine too, which will allow for improved usage and, the way that the exchange enacts by an order of magnitude or 2 orders of magnitude. So he's saying that the increase in the performance of the exchange, for example, will be hugely improved over the coming months, probably the end of this year. There will also be an expansion of Fiat to crypto on and off ramps, and these will be at 0 cost. So this is key to the mass adoption. They want you to be able to take your Fiat and put it into crypto without fee. So for example, I think there was a 3.5% credit card fee for this previously. They waived that due to COVID, but I think long term the plan is to have it at 0% for all cards, no matter where you are or your location geographically over time. So what are the key milestones for 2020 and 2021? So the first was getting regulated being a key milestone. They want to stay compliant. This is at the forefront of everything they're doing. So they want to do the things in the right way. So they're going to get, the Visa partnerships. They're going to get government approvals and things like that. Then on a user front, by the end of this year, they were targeting to hit 5 million users, which is very ambitious, but not impossible. And then they want to complete the version 1 of the ecosystem roadmap. So that is the roadmap that I mentioned was released around November time of 2019. And they've got that MVP release of the non-custodial wallet, which has just come out. So they're pretty happy with the milestones that have been set thus far. And he says that there are not many companies with good compliance, cybersecurity, the licenses, user experience, and full ecosystem to cover every crypto need a user may have, like Crypto.com does. And then finally, this was a very interesting one. How will the Visa digital dollar plan affect Crypto.com and its partnership with Visa? And if you didn't see that, Visa kind of on its roadmap or its development trail wants to have the digital dollar, integrated. and he says he is very happy with this. They already have a 4-year relationship with Visa, and so they're in a position to be a key beneficiary of this change in Visa's priorities. So this is shaping up to be a global partnership of the true sense. I think the places that Visa can take you if you've got a solid partnership, and obviously Crypto.com now can kind of advise them on the crypto side of things, whereas Visa would have been able to help them on the payment gateway kind of side of things. This could be fantastic. So another real reason to be bullish on MCO and CRO coins and their ecosystem in general. So I think for me personally, I'm glad that I've already got quite a few coins. I want to add to my position and dollar cost average in over the next few months, but I do see this one really mooning over the next year, and it is in one of my top 5 picks. There will be a video coming up on that very soon. Top 5 cryptos for 2020. Stay tuned for that. But that is all for today, folks. So that was the AMA update for Crypto.com. A very interesting one. I'll leave a link to the video down below. Get yourself involved. Make sure you subscribe to the channel for future updates of Crypto.com and any news as it comes in, guys. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.